Circassian Genocide took place during the 19th century, primarily between the 1817 and 1864 period, as part of the Russian Empire's conquest of the Caucasus region. The Circassians were indigenous peoples living in the northwestern Caucasus, including modern-day Russia's Krasnodar region and parts of Georgia. The region held strategic importance for the Russian Empire's expansion towards the Black Sea and its borders with the Ottoman Empire. The Circassians resisted Russian expansion for over a century. Their resistance became part of the broader Russo-Circassian War, which overlapped with the larger Caucasian Wars. Russian strategy. To crush Circassian resistance, the Russian military adopted brutal policies of scorched earth tactics and mass expulsions. Villages were burned, crops destroyed, and thousands were killed in raids. The remaining population was rounded up and forcefully deported, mostly to the Ottoman Empire. The Russians considered the Circassians as obstacles to their territorial ambitions and treated them as enemies to be eliminated or displaced. The Genocide, 1864. By 1864, Russian forces declared victory in the Caucasian War, culminating in the near-total destruction and displacement of the Circassian population. The following occurred: 1. Mass killings. Russian troops killed an estimated 100,000 to 150,000 Circassians during their campaigns. Men, women, and children were indiscriminately targeted. 2. Forced deportations. An estimated 400,000 to 1.5 million Circassians were deported from their homeland. These deportees were sent to the Ottoman Empire under inhumane conditions. Many died during the journey due to starvation, exposure, and disease. 3. Ethnic cleansing. The Russian Empire systematically cleared Circassians from the region, replacing them with Slavic settlers. This was a clear example of ethnic cleansing aimed at altering the demographic makeup of the Caucasus. 4. Humanitarian catastrophe. Conditions on the deportation ships were horrific. Thousands died during transportation across the Black Sea. Those who arrived in the Ottoman Empire faced disease, starvation, and limited resources, leading to further deaths. Impact. By the end of the genocide, an estimated 90% of the Circassian population had been killed, displaced, or forced into exile. The Circassian homeland was depopulated and integrated into the Russian Empire. Today, the descendants of deported Circassians live across Turkey, Jordan, and other parts of the Middle East. Their diaspora is one of the oldest and largest in history. Recognition and legacy. Modern historians and Circassian activists consider the events a genocide, though Russia does not officially recognize it as such. Several countries and organizations have called for its recognition, citing the systematic killings and forced displacement. The Circassian Genocide remains a tragic example of the Russian Empire's brutal colonial policies and one of the darkest chapters in Caucasian history. This tragic event illustrates the lengths to which empires historically went to consolidate power and eliminate resistance. The Circassian people, despite their suffering, continue to preserve their identity and memory of these events.